Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf, where today I have finally come back to the Black Gate, here with Mithrandir, who I'm sure has been wondering where have I been these last few days. Well, hello there Mithrandir. All is not quiet in Mordor, my friend. I need someone like yourself to meet my eyes upon the wreckage of Sauron's domain. Aragorn has appointed Sador, the captain of Gondor, to watch over the Black Gate. Others lead an expedition into Mordor. While you're not obligated, I ask of you to join this company. Speak with Sador if you're willing to brave the plateau of Gorgoroth. Maybe I should have just have stayed in Belfalis. What else you need me to do?
Sauron has been defeated, but the evil he stirred to wakefulness persists.
Who can say what lies hidden beneath the shroud that covers Gorgoroth, beyond the wreckage of the Black Gate? The Dark Lord was a master of foul sorceries, and from the height of Barad-dûr he set many terrible plans into motion. I cannot believe that everyone ended when he did. Adventurers have already begun taking hesitant steps through the ruins of the gate. Let us join them, and I will take their measure. The dangers that await in Mordor will be too great for some of them, I warrant. Well, yes, I suppose that's true. Yeah, I suppose I should go and talk with a few of these people. Of course, it would start raining as soon as I reach the Black Gate. Perhaps it'll put out some of these fires. This place looks really nasty. Then again, last time I was here, it was all filled with nasty orcs and goblins and other enemies. And it looks like we have quite a group of people here. Hello, Mithrandir.
Do these adventurers think the fall of Sauron emptied his land of evil?
It is as I thought. Some few of these adventurers are made of stern stuff, but most of them are not prepared for the dangers that await them. Do they think the fall of Sauron has emptied his land of evil? Aye, they believe none remain to guard his treasures, and they hope to have the picking of his coffers. But I must urge caution. Many of the artifacts that might be found within Mordor will be wholly evil, or corrupted beyond any use by good folk. Most of these adventurers do not know the first thing about dealing with such fell entrapments. Speak with them, Pineleaf, and try to dissuade them from such hasty courses, or at least give them some warnings, so that they will not blunder into their fates all unawares. After they are duly warned, you should journey ahead to see what foes await in Udun. Look, too, for the forges where the weapons with which Sauron equipped his armies were made. Right, I'm sure there won't be any nasty orc smiths or anything like that. Oh, well then, let's see about this woman right here. Why does she want to go into Mordor? I mean, it's not exactly a first place where I would want to go to. I'm being sent there.
I am a scholar from the Houses of Law in Minas Tirith. Knowledge awaits us.
And knowledge awaits us. Well, okay. Yes, I know you, Pineleaf, or rather, I have heard tales of your many great deeds that you have performed, and to a scholar, that feels like much the same thing. My name is Kovatil, and I am a scholar from the House of Lore in Minas Tirith. My master sent me to acquire artifacts and knowledge that might be found in Osgiliath following its recapture. But that seems a bit on the dull side to me. I may have gotten a little carried away, but I challenge you to describe a more likely place to find artifacts and knowledge than the land of Mordor, which has remained closed to us for so long. You can't do it, can you? Nay, I thought not. That is why I asked the question, because you knew I couldn't answer it. Well, anyway, we just want to make sure that you are careful when you go into there. Oh, yes, so I will not take anything that I find there for granted. Physically, I will take it, of course, pick it up and carry it gently and carefully so as to protect anyone else from harm, and bring it back to the houses of lore for study. Oh, and thank you for the warning. Very useful things to have warnings. Folk are always giving me warnings, and for some reason or another, I thank you. I think that it makes them feel better. Right. All right. Now, okay. What about this elf?
Can Sauron truly be gone from Mordor?
Well, at least she's skeptical about things here. I respect the warning of Mithrandir, but I do not need it. I am Harthelin, and this is not my first adventure into the Black Land. I fought at the side of High King Gil-galad during the Battle of Dagorlad, and I know well the subtleties of Mordor. Many of my friends fell below the Black Gate, and many others met their ends on the slopes of Orodruin. I wish to pay my respects to those who fell long ago, and have one other purpose besides that. I have returned to Mordor with an abundance of caution, for I disbelieve that Sauron could truly be gone. Have we not heard this tale before? I desire to see proof with my own eyes, for he is the master of trickery and deceit, and has escaped death time and time again. What is different now? I welcome your assistance, Pineleaf. We will need to rely upon our friends when we journey into the realm of Sauron, whether he be truly dead or no. Well, all right. I will consider you to be properly cautious. And now, what about you, Sador?
Eyes up, ever wary.
I have expected a report these last 2 days from the foothold. That is the near encampment of our men in Udun. A large, well-provisioned force is stationed there under Captain Lahir, and I can think of no reason for the silence. If you pass into the foothold, Warden, will you remind them of their duties? My patience has grown thin. Alright, so you're not seeking to adventure in there, you are trying to get a report from your men there. Oh, you have more things for me to do?
For Gondor.
I can't abandon my post here in the Black Gate. Aragorn has tasked me with keeping tally of those who enter Mordor, and passing what information I have learned to them. Yet, there are affairs in Udun that must be looked after, which go unattended. You're going that way, right? Especially to check on my soldiers there? Perhaps you could be of some help then. Yes, like checking up on your soldiers. Perhaps I should have done that in a slightly different order. Alright, now we have here. Yeah, here is a soldier. Rogrin. Rogrin.
The Vale of Udun lies ahead, and its treasures are ready for the taking.
Alright, he's not here for soldiering then. He's here for plundering. Hail, friend, and welcome to Cirith Gogor. The Vale of Udun lies ahead, beyond Cirith Gogor, and all its attendant treasures are ready for the taking. I am Rogrin, and I am a soldier of Gondor. I fought on the Pelennor and before the Black Gate, and now I'm prepared to seize the spoils of war from the clutches of the vile orcs who fought for Sauron. They say that he is dead, and I believe it. I was fighting at the base of one of the slag hills and the mountain of fire shook all of Mordor, and I felt the blast in my very bones. I know what you mean. The Dark Lord was much nearer to the mountain than that, perhaps on the very slope, and not even he could survive that, could he? No, I think not. I mean, how in the world could someone who survived the fall of Numenor survive a little mountain exploding, right? Okay, it's not a little mountain. It is only right that Gondor reaps the rewards of victory. No, but anyway, I just want to tell you that Mithrandir says to be cautious when you're in the Black Land. I know dark magic when I see it, and I will not go near anything of that sort. I want gold and silver and gems. Those are the spoils that I understand, and those are the spoils that I seek. The wizard need not worry about my account. I can take care of myself. Alright? And then that leaves this guy with a band-aided shield. Alright?
It is an honor to meet you, for I have heard tell of your great deeds.
Yes, I have heard tales of your great deeds in service of Middle-earth. I would appreciate your help and your guidance in Mordor, if you would provide it, for I have a task of my own, and I wish to undertake in the Black Land. I am called Onoth, and I am a ranger of Ithilien. I walk the woods of Faramir, and will again if he commands it. But my heart urges me to another direction, and my feet would follow. For I am a descendant of the Thandrim, the men of Gondor that dwelt within the bounds of Mordor and kept a watch on the evil that stirred there. The Thandrim built the great fortress of Dirtlan, the Black Shield, and from its high parapet they kept watch over Udun. But in time the watch became less, and their numbers dwindled, and the Thandrim failed. I wish to honor their memory and take vengeance upon the creatures of Sauron that slew them. Will you aid me? Alright. Just want to tell you that Mithrandir warns that things are going to be dangerous in there. I don't care for treasure, Pineleaf. All I seek is to honor the memory of the Thandrim, for their blood runs in my veins. Okay. Whew. So, I need to head into Udun and kill some foes and to visit the foothold in Udun. I guess I could do that. Oh, look! A little page. Smudgeford suit.
Over 7 years later, after siege, strife, and victory, did Isildur return as king and conqueror to the Vale of Udun.
Right, and that's the first of many pages. What page was that? Was 6, 7, 8? That was page 9 out of many. Well, I'm sure that's going to take me some time to collect all of that. Welcome to Udun. Have a nice day. New deed, the way into Mordor. Wonderful. This is the way in. Then, what all? Oh, good grief. Oh, boy. Gotta visit everywhere. Well, I need to visit everywhere just to collect all these crazy pages from Udun. Now, here is the Udun foothold. And I suppose this means that the foothold camp is nearly empty, alright?
Aye.
And we've got a stable master. I suppose, let's see. Guess we could bind that. Alright, good. Now let's talk to Mjolnir and Barathron. Here is Barathron.
Bah!
Duties? Ha! You could tell that to Captain Luck here and all the men that he took with him, wherever they are. Alright, so your captain has left. And what do you say?
Come then.
Yes, you have my word that we will send a report just as soon as we have gathered our wits and made sense of this mess. Oh, what mess is that? Uh, Deed bestowed. Quests in Ud. Oh, of course. Welcome to Udun. And we have him. We have them over there. And we have all sorts of people here who wish to give us quests. I guess I could remove that for the moment.
A riddle has come to us, perhaps of great importance.
A most intriguing riddle has come to us. Who can say? A dying Nernthal, and those of the Mordor slavemen, you see, told us of a secret plan amongst the forged laborers of Udun. Stranger still, it is all arranged in a voiceless code. The poor soul could tell us little else before he passed, save that the plan should take place soon. How inconvenient that our captain has not returned, and that he left clear orders that we were to hold the camp until that he did. No, Mohair, I do not think that he is lost or in peril. I fear that this plan will be. I fear that it will come and go before there is any chance for us to find out, and that what would happen when he does so? Ah, you there, Hobbit. You will unravel this riddle for me, won't you? Someone must. All right, fine. I will look for clues to this riddle. Oh, what else you need?
If the whispers are true, there are signal flags understood only by the forge workers.
Yes. The forge workers. Taken together, these symbols and signs, understood only by the forge workers of this place, convey a message. For instance, a half circle might be taken to mean dawn, or perhaps dusk, or three close lines might be taken as a meeting. A raised arm might be taken as a taskmaster, and one bent like a snake might be water or drink. In truth, I don't know. If you will go and make a study of these banners, however, I feel certain that together we might get to the root of it, and so discover the plans that the lurking dwellers of this place are making behind our backs. It is sure to be something treacherous and harmful to Gondor. Well, I wouldn't know on that. What about this guy?
You find us bereft of command or purpose.
Yes, the captain charged with overseeing this encampment marched off yesterday, nearly all the stationed men at his side. The scouting expedition, as he named it, disappeared into the smoky green miasma, and we have not seen nor heard of him since. Captain Lockshear's only orders are the few of us remaining were to stay put. Surely he meant to have returned by now, and surely the thing of utmost importance is to learn what's become of them. No matter what my brother-at-arms have here will say to persuade you, we cannot go after them. Our orders forbid it. But you may. I beg you, say that you will. Lives may depend upon it. Well, it's not the first time someone sent me to look for missing soldiers. We saw them head east into Udun, then turn south shortly down the central road, in search of for them must start there, I think. All right, fine. I'll look for this captain. It might help me to defeat some foes here in Udun, right? Now, what else have we got? Let's see, we have this guy here. Did you feel the change of wind upon the crossing into the Black Gate, Pineleaf? Everything in this accursed land is tainted. The earth, the water, even the air. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Narthron, Master Smith of the Noldor. I was present when the last alliance broke into the valley and defeated Sauron's army. I was filled with sorrow and anger seeing the atrocities that they had committed here, and have made it my life's work to find a way to purge the corruption. I now believe that I have the right tool to achieve this. I have recovered one of the adamants of old, the flame of Analchamir. Will unravel many items throughout Middle-earth into different components that I have named Embers of Enchantment, Figments of Splendor, and Motes of Enchantment. What do you think? I thought those names might help bring a little more light into this dark place. Well, anyway, after I break the objects down, I then am able to use some of those components to fashion extraordinary equipment. I have a feeling you will be instrumental in this conquest of Gorgoroth, and as such will be encountering many of these special items in your travels. I have a proposition for you. I will allow you to use the flame. My assistants, the High Enchanters, will help you. You need only to touch one of these objects with the flame, and it will be reduced to one of these components. I believe that the dwarf over there has been scavenging through the orc's forges. Perhaps he is willing to let go of something for this purpose. Find a piece of equipment, touch it to the flame, and then return to me. Alright. So, I have to... First, yes, I am looking for that...
Is there aught what you need?
Sorry, wrong panel. Yes,
What do you need?
a flame of Alchemir. Yours for only 35 silver. Now, let's see. Now, you said that there was a dwarf around here, and... Ah! One dwarf. Hello?
Not gold or gems, but good gray steel.
Good gray steel. You must come from the Iron Hills or something. Aye, the elf's right. I am seeking anything of value that might have been left behind. The orcs were churning out thousands of blades of armor or pieces from these forges, but most of them are foul Morgul steel. Nothing I want anything to do with. There, take this dagger I found. It's worthless to me. Yeah, and tell the elf he's better off leaving this sort of thing to the dwarves. Okay, at first I thought he was saying take this figuratively, but apparently he meant that literally. Okay, one crumbled. The flame of Alchemir has performed as expected then? Excellent! In your travels, should you find equipment from which you have no use, I ask that you destroy it with the flame and give the results to one of my assistants. They will reward you with powerful items of my own making, free from the foulness of this land. Good luck and safe travels, friend. Alright, a little bit of a Flame of Alchemir tutorial. I think that's all I need from this area, right? In that case, all that's left is that we head out, which is what we'll do in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.